It's 11:26 in the morning on the 7th of December 2019. Just like to point out that in 2019, as opposed to 1984, when George Orwell had a 2-minute hate period designed to have everyone rage at the screen of everyone's public enemy and all of their supporters for 2 minutes of hate, that at this point in time, in 2019, we've actually gotten to the point, in my opinion, through CNN, where it's become a 24/7 cycle. So 7 days a week. Same thing as the 2-minute hate period, but escalated to all the time. Anyway, so just something to notice. It's kind of weird in this place, and it's just another reason I believe I am in another land right now. I am in another space. I am in another room. I am not where I was. This is not the earth that I was born into originally. It's not, because it's different, and I can see that. Not everybody here can, but some of us can. Some of us can. And you guys know who you are, and you guys know that you've been persecuted for it already, and are being persecuted for the fact that you are experiencing what we are experiencing. We can't help it. I suppose we could shut up about it. That would make everyone happy. But since we're not about to do that, well, then we kind of become dangerous, I think, to some people. I really do. But then again, everything that doesn't go down in this little funnel is going to be dangerous to the mainstream at some point. That's just my opinion. I wrote a bunch of notes down this morning when I woke up because I had a whole bunch of thoughts on my mind that I wanted to talk about, and I've been thinking about for a while. I was watching Autodidactics channel today, and another channel that also covers this is John Levi, and I'll leave links either in the comments section or description, or both, for their channels. They're both very interesting channels, looking back into history with photographs and trying to look at buildings and architecture and things. And it's to me, it's interesting because it shows me that we're living in a place different than what we were ever told, and it proves it. And to me, this is an archaeological discovery that's major, and it has to do with, in my opinion, the Mandela effect. And I can remember when I was 15 years old, and this is what got this whole line of thought going in the first place. We had a guest speaker in our church. I remember he's kind of a nerdy guy in a light gray suit, and at first I thought, he's not going to tell me anything. I'm all cocky at 15, I'm not listening to him. But he began to appeal to me with some of the things that he was saying up there. And I remember one of the things he said was demons would manifest, and people would believe that they were aliens from another planet. And that's part of a hoax, and not to believe that. And this is like around 73, okay? So when I heard this, and I also remember him saying that more than likely there would be an archaeological discovery that would seem to change all of our history, and that would usher in this new world order, okay? This demonic, run by the Antichrist system, okay? So he had my attention. He definitely did. And I can't help but think that the fact that there are star forts all over this earth right now isn't some kind of, in some way, that archaeological change, if not just one of those archaeological changes, because it goes way back before the natives. I mean, the Native Americans were on these plains, but obviously years and years before that, these star forts were created, and they're all over the world. So to me, This is an archaeological change, a discovery that tells us something different than what we've always been told. And I guess that's what I wanted to say. I mean, when you rip the facade off of this place, it's not as real as we think it is. That's part of the lifting of the veil, I believe. That's part of the apocalyptic revealing that's happening, I feel, right now. And I'm glad that I'm not the only one that's seeing it. But I do know that I've always wanted to see. I've always asked to see. In some way, I always wanted to. And I really deliberately started asking to see things in prayer in 2014, the latter part of 2014. And I've been amazed at what I've seen since, and I would encourage everyone to just simply ask for what you want. Just ask, and you'll get it. Ask, and you'll receive. That verse is becoming more important to me every day because I'm seeing that it's true. So I want to encourage everyone to try it. Just try it. And but what I did was I just never stopped asking for it. I've modified the prayer a bit. I stopped asking to see what was hiding in the darkness. I've seen enough of that. But I started just asking to see things that were right around me that I knew were not visible, but were here. I wanted to be more aware. And man, this whole journey with the Mandela effect is just another part of that awakening. It's just one more step. That's all. And anybody that's affected would probably say, this is just part of my awareness. This is part of my going down the rabbit hole journey. This is part of my understanding and learning experience. This is maybe part of my, maybe it's dark night of the soul, and that's all right. You're going to come out on the other side all right, so just go for it. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just glad that there's somebody else that understands what I'm saying. I appreciate the fact, and I've appreciated YouTube's, availability because of that, because I didn't have anyone around me, and now I do, you guys, and I appreciate it. So anyway, and I know that you guys feel the same way that I do in so many ways. I know that you've felt disassociated from people that you would normally not feel that way about. You felt shunned and pushed away and ostracized, and I get it, because we've all probably been there. So just to encourage everybody, look, man, we all see the same things. There's a pretty big group of us here, and we're all pretty aware people. We're pretty sharp that way. Our discernment is honed down pretty well, I would say. And I would like to encourage you guys to just keep asking for discernment and keep asking to see. And whatever it is that your heart desires, just ask, and you'll receive. Amen. Have a good day.